This is Kinch. I'm looking at a match that I played recently with the Hexproof against. I don't know the name of this deck. It's blue-white with lots of enchantments, so I've called it blue-white enchantment. Yeah, that's pretty exciting, isn't it? I saw this list on one of the dailies. I just kind of go through and look to see what people are playing. Um, and I saw this, and not soon afterwards, I ended up playing against it when I was playing my Hexproof deck. Um, Basically, it's uh, a lot of enchantments like Journeys to Nowhere, Spreading Seas, which I think is a little odd, Reality Acid, which is kind of crazy, as you'll see in these games, Oblivion Ring, Face Fetters, Hobble. Strangely enough, no pacifism, but there could be multiple reasons for that. Um, and then there's all these recursion effects and destruction effects, and of course Skyfisher, return a permanent. You control the owner's hand when it comes into play. Uh, when Drake Familiar enters the battlefield, sacrifice it unless you return an enchantment to your hand. All this is kind of important, as you'll see later. But one of the and I haven't played this deck, meaning I haven't played it with myself, but one of its big advantages to me, I look at it, is like it's a really inexpensive deck. There's nothing here that really costs any money, except the sideboard here has these hydroblasts, which run about $4 a piece. But everything else is like dirt cheap. I did have a hard time finding the face fetters. I don't know why. When Face Fetters enters the battlefield, you gain 4 life. Enchanted permanents, activated abilities can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. If enchanted permanent is a creature, it can't attack or block. Not really sure why that's not around very much. Maybe it's just an older card and harder to find. But everything else is very, very cheap and plentiful around. Oh, and Squadron Hawk, which I think goes for about $2, but I don't remember. But I haven't gotten around to I probably won't play this deck, but I was just looking at. Anyway, I played a match against it. I need to do this first. This is really kind of annoying. This little replay window is modal in some strange way. It's like now I can't push anything in any other window except for the replay window and that window. Whatever. So, oh yeah, and there's a replay here. I'm playing Hex here. Keep Hex. I call it Hexproof. Pretty standard plays here. I think I just crush in this first game without much. Okay, Spreading Seas, which will force this Utopia Sprawl to fall off because it's Enchant Forest. So when I saw this, I thought that's odd, especially main deck. I guess in the meta it's okay. I mean, this targets Cloud Posts, and yeah, I'm not sold on this being a main deck thing for them, but it sure works against me. Yeah, great. It doesn't change my ledge walker much, but it does make it harder to to white mana now. Alright, so this is good. What did I do here? The mask? Yep. Bash for 7. So the Drake Familiar comes in. Sacrifice it unless... I should really be putting this preview window somewhere. Unobtrusive. Ha. Sacrifice it unless you return an enchantment to its owner's hand. So he's going to get the Spreading Seas back, which then makes my... Oh, it doesn't change this at all because it's something I control. Doesn't change anything there. So that's just a blocker. So did he kick it? Oh, wow. Oh yeah. He returned... Oh, unless you return an enchantment to its owner's hand. So he targeted the mask. I see. Derp. Okay. Now I understand. So... I guess you play the mask again, right? Or you play Rancor and this Bond Beetle and swing. Thereby trampling. If I play each other enchantment on the battlefield, +2/+2, there's two others, so +4/+4, so it's 6, but he doesn't take any damage. If I play the Rancor and the Bond Beetle, oh wait a minute, I get +1 for each I control. So I actually get +7/+7, but I mean 7/7, but he's not going to do anything. I think you play Rancor here. I played the mask. I think that's wrong. I need to get damage on him. Because if he just blocks, you know, there's no trample. Core Skyfisher. Return a permanent you control to owner's hand. Okay, so he can't touch anything of mine. Spreading Seas makes him take less, but then he just plays it back on. Okay, now I just understand why this is a loss, because I'm going to trample over with a Rancor. Or Armadillo Cloak, actually, is better. But I can't play it. So Bond Beetle and Rancor. Yeah, okay. So now he just quits. Fair enough. So that was just him getting steamed over. That's really not particularly interesting. So I keep a hand with a lot of creatures and like 1 and 2 enchantments, but no access to white. And that's nice, though. So I go like this because I think I was afraid of Spreading Seas again. Well, that plane certainly helps. So, ooh. Why did I do that? I should have played Plains Rancor Ethereal Armor. Okay, that's not what I should have done. Maybe I'm just trying to bait him. Oh, I see. I did it this way because I can get even more damage in. Utopia Sprawl gives you 2 mana when you tap the forest, so that's why I did it that way. I understand. My past self is smarter than my present self. The thing about the Hexproof deck, a lot of it's just trying to maximize your damage. Because some decks, if they can shut down your creature somehow, there's just no way for you to punch through and you're going to run out of cards. Now this is where things get really messy. So Reality Acid. So he played this on my Ethereal Armor, and I was like, okay. Vanishing 3. This permanent enters the battlefield with 3 time counters on it, and you lose 1 per turn. When Reality Acid leaves the battlefield, Enchanted Permanent's controller sacrifices it. So there's where the trouble starts. I didn't understand this till halfway through the game. I thought, okay, sure, great, woohoo. Actually making my, well, if I had an Ancestral Mask, that would really be crazy. I have no ever attachments, so I just swing. Feeling pretty good about this game. If I get anything next, I'm going to have lethal damage. Ponder. He must have top decked this or found what he's looking. So it gets a Core Skyfisher. Ha, sigh. When Core Skyfisher enters battlefield, return a permanent you control to its owner's hand. So he's going to return Reality Acid. Now, when a Reality Acid leaves the battlefield, not when it hits the graveyard, but when it leaves the battlefield, whatever it's enchanting has to be sacrificed. This is really annoying. So you can see if you have stuff like this that recurs stuff back, you could just sit there and attach Reality Acid to everything. And it comes back in your hand, and you get to reattach it. And I have Trample, but not First Strike. Yes, and this game has suddenly become a lot harder. And he gained life somehow. Where did he gain the life? Oh, Kabira Crossroads. Oh, so suddenly this game has become a lot harder to win. Especially when I don't draw any enchantments. I'm okay with this because then I just suit up Ranker again. Reality Acid, hooray! Core Skyfisher, hooray! I've seen this before. And now the Ethereal Armor is still okay. But it's getting less and less dangerous. So he takes the 5. Let's see, what are you going to play? Let me guess. Core Sanctifiers. I think he played it kicked. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Of course he's going to target the Ethereal Armor. Yes. I think I cast Ethereal Armor one more time in this game and it will again get destroyed. At least these effects aren't instant, which is kind of nice. Utopia Sprawl doesn't really do anything for me right now. But I play it anyway. There's no point not to. So I'm sitting here figuring out that, you know, if I let him play anything, I'm pretty much gonna not be able to. He's got 5 cards in his hand now because of Mold Drifter. It'd take me forever to keep. He can't really get rid of Rancor, which I guess is my one saving grace. But he can start attacking my mana. And that's the other thing he can do. He can return his Kavira Crossroads and gain life. And I'm not drawing anything that allows me to. I need to suit up my creatures in this deck because they're all so small, and I'm not. And a Aura Gnarlid is not going to be big at all because all my stuff's going away. And plus, I'm just, you know, not right now. I can't cast anything. I stupidly got the Rancor stuck in my hand. Yeah, see, now I can't play any of my green spells. But I mean, these are some nice tricks, but I think in this format it's just too slow. I mean, it really does a good number on my deck if you can start this little engine going, but I just don't think it's fast enough. So that was game 2, and that was really Reality Acid. Ouch. That hurt a lot. I keep on wanting just to click that yes, I'd like to play first. So I'm hoping to go all the way here with a Bond Beetle. Which I'm not convinced about this creature. I mean, it's not hexproof. Well, the Gnarlid will be nasty if I can keep things on the board. There's no guarantee of that. Also, in these games, I think I should play creature turn 1. I think I've been doing it wrong by playing enchantments on my land first. I should probably get the creatures out. Okay, this is more like it. Now he's 6/7. He hasn't done anything yet. And even if he plays Acid Spray next turn, he can't do anything with it quite yet. So going first in this matchup is kind of important for the Hexproof deck. Yeah, he's not going to be able to find anything here. Gains 2 life. Yeah, I think he's pretty much dead. Oh, very dead. Yeah, 15. 14. with life gain. I think I could somehow manage to get a few damage in. He needs to take care of a lot of things here, and yeah, he just quits. So that's an interesting deck. I don't know how viable it is. It seems a little slowish, but if you get in the mid game, it seems to be okay. That recursion with Reality Acid is just annoying. Hard to deal, well, almost impossible to deal with. Once it lands, that that permanent, unless you can get it back in your hand, is gonna die. So yeah, interesting.